Today I'm going to show you how to raise a safeguarding concern. For the purposes of this training session, we're going to say that the concern has been raised on one of the wards within the hospital. The first thing to do is to go on the hospital intranet site, frequently used forms. Then S for safeguarding adult section. Here we're going to look at the adult safeguarding flowchart. This flowchart will tell us the next step in our incident reporting. First thing, is the person in immediate danger? No. Contact and discuss with your line manager or team leader. If this is on the ward, this is usually the nurse in charge. We're going to go to the hospital staff and we're going to then refer using an IR1. If we were raising a safeguarding concern in the community, we would follow this part of the flowchart. At the bottom of the flowchart are the two numbers for Cheshire East Council and Cheshire West Council, including the out of hours. To raise an IR1 with safeguarding, go to the right hand side, Ulysses Reporting. There, use your Windows username and password. New incident. When filling in an IR1, it is important to put every detail possible. Here we want to see your name and your job title. However, if you wish to remain anonymous, you may, and you can tick that box and everything will be cleared. So for this training purpose, we're going to say that our patient has disclosed to a healthcare assistant that his neighbour, who has been cooking his meals, has also taken his bank card and has been withdrawing large amounts of money. Incident date. We put the date here where the incident first came to our attention and the time. This will help with shift monitoring and staff monitoring. Here it will say, please provide a brief factual description of the incident. Try to add as much description of the incident as possible, using a little bit of background if you have that knowledge. Type of incident, patient incident. Category, actual or suspected abuse of any kind to adults. This will make sure that the incident goes directly to the safeguarding team. Subcategory. There's many subcategories for the safeguarding incidents. Because this is an older gentleman, which we will know when we put in his date of birth, and it's also finance, we will go financial older person. Again, this will direct to the correct team. Was this patient on the outpatient backlog? No. Outline any local action taken following the incident. The local action should have been that you spoke to your line manager and you filled out an incident report. Then most importantly, put that you have discussed that you are going to raise a safeguarding concern with the patient and gain their consent. Then pop your name and staff members directly involved in the incident. So those that first discovered the incident and the line manager. Is the patient a medical outlier? Your line manager or nurse in charge will be able to tell you this. Site, Leighton. Ward, for training purposes, we are going to use Ward 6. Exact location. So this is where they are in the ward. Patient details, we will need the full patient details. If you are unable to get them, the nurse in charge will get them for you. Are there any injuries? In this instance, no. Was another person involved? Yes. This could be patient, staff, or visitor. Now we don't know the name of the alleged perpetrator, so it's perfectly fine to go no at this point. Was there a doctor involved? In this instance, there was no need to involve a doctor. Severity. At the moment, low harm, because we don't know the extent of the incident. Was this a medication error incident? No. Was this a medical devices incident? No. Were there any witnesses? Not at the moment. Is this a missing person? No. Were the police involved? At this moment in time, the police may not be involved, so we will put no. However, if the police were called to the ward, we would then have to go through this section. Be it 101 they were contacted, 999 or a neighbourhood beat manager. They would also want the date of the telephone call and the time. Police called by, the log number and the incident number. Police will provide all of these. Does the duty of candour apply to this incident? No, it doesn't at the moment. Duty of candour will not apply until this incident is resolved. At the very top, for where it says, please provide a brief factual description of the incident, it could be helpful if you state if this person has capacity. Then at the very end, add the name of your line manager or nurse in charge. Then submit. A Protection of Vulnerable Adults trigger form will then appear. Click on this to complete your incident. Name of referrer. Name of the GP. Again, line manager or nurse in charge will be able to tell you this. Nature of allegation, in this instance, financial. Is the allegation resulting from a hate crime? At this moment in time, no. You can go on the safeguarding guide on the intranet, look up the hate crime and all incidences that fall under that umbrella if you're unsure what a hate crime is. Service user group of vulnerable person. In this instance, the gentleman is elderly. Is the abused person already known to your agency or another agency? At this moment, you probably won't know. What was the location or venue of the alleged abuse? In this instance, own home. Alleged perpetrator gender. If the patient has given you details of the alleged perpetrator, please fill them in here. The source of referral in the hospital will be health. Is there more than one alleged perpetrator? Again, hopefully the patient will be able to tell you this. Does the vulnerable adult give permission to proceed? Yes, they have. Reasons why they may not, they don't have capacity, or they're frightened, or they're still thinking about proceeding with the incident. Has a body map been completed for collection? No, that's not applicable in this case. Patient's requested outcome. What does the patient want as an outcome from this safeguarding concern? This is the point where we would ask, do we want the police involved, or would you just like the alleged abuse to stop? Here, for training purposes, we're going to say that the patient wanted the police involved. Referrer's address. So this would be your address on the ward. So care of Ward 6. Brief factual description of circumstances. Again, just pop in there what the patient has told you. Date of referral, today's date. Type of referral. Ethnic origin. This again would be the patient's description, but here we're going to put unknown. Patient's address. Save and complete. Here it will tell us if it's been completed correctly. Submit, yes. Incident number, and this will go directly to the safeguarding team.